All right, so today we're going to make this geode, and I've already got my colors poured out into the cups. They are acrylic inks, blues and turquoises and whites, and I'm going to mix up I'm going to add to the resin these glitters, diamond glitter, and this other one, shimmering mermaid, both gotten at Michael's. And I'm going to add just a little bit of mica powder to the white, just to give it, mica powder just does different stuff, okay, than just plain ink. I can't explain it to you. It just does different stuff. Great effects, all right, like shimmers and pearlizing and that kind of good stuff. I did put a painting in the bottom of this, and this time I was smart. I didn't let it take up too much room in the bottom because I want most of the ink to show around the sides and not so much painting to show around the sides. So this will be the bottom eventually, and when it's face up, you'll see what's on top of this, okay? So I'm going to shut this off for a few minutes and make up my resin, and I'll get back to you. Looks like it's working. Okay, it shut off for some reason. I don't know why. But let's see if we can continue. I'm just stirring these, the colors I made up with the resin. That's a pretty dark blue. Nice blue. Get your side so the resin is completely... I don't like these cups. They look like they're going to come after the bottom. They get very soft on the bottom, so I think what I'm going to do is double them up. Just to make sure that doesn't happen, I'm going to get better cups. Better cups. I thought I had better cups somewhere. I gotta look for them. Okay, so we've got white, blue, nice rich blue, and this. Pretty blue too, but I'm gonna add some sparkle to this and this one, definitely to the clear, a little to that. Each one of them gonna actually have a little sparkle. I'm gonna start with this one here. So we got the sparkle in there. And I'm going to pour it right over the top. And you have to work pretty quick with resin, so I'm not going to really waste a whole lot of time. And I'm going to do the white next. Okay, I think you can see. This is pretty thick. Probably should have used less pigment and more resin. Alrighty. So the aim is to get it as high as the sides of the mold. So let's hope I made enough resin. If I didn't, I'll make some more. Okay, I think I'm going to add this next color. And this is pretty dark, So I think I'm going to put this one around the edge, around the rim. I think a dark rim around it is nice. I'm going to pinch it a little so I can control this a little more. It's not enough. And we'll have to make up more of this. Yep, not enough of that one. Because geodes are not necessarily even. I'm going to put a little bit of this, and I'll make up some more of that dark. So finish the edge off with it after I pour in some more of these, because I don't want these to wait too long. Sitting in the cup. Resin's getting hard, you know, it's getting hard. It'll start getting hard. It takes about 35 minutes. You have about 35 minutes to work with. And some people use a heat gun to keep it a little bit more fluid, and I do have a heat gun. And I might run and get that. Alright, so I can scrape a little bit more of this into there, but I still need to make more up. I can see it's not going to go completely around. Okay, so I have some clear here, so I'm going to use some of the clear to make a little bit more of that. It's always good to have some clear on the side for things like that when you need a little more of another color. And this might not even need more color added to it. It's pretty dark. Okay, let's pull it, see if I can make it around. Stop it a minute and scrape it. Get all that I can. I made 4 ounces of resin. I'm not sure if that was enough. Let's see. Okay, let me get some more scraped out. Okay, we made it around anyway. That's good. So now we have that dark rim all the way around. And I think I have some of this left. I'm going to use it. Use everything up that I have. We will have to make some resin, more resin up to let the height come up on the side. I'll pull a little bit of this light one in the middle here. And we do have some more white left over, just a little bit. So I'm going to use a little bit of that. I will have to make up more resin, I can see that. So for geode this size, 6 ounces probably would have been better. Yeah. Because it's only halfway up the side. Alrighty. Not sure if my head's in your way. Okay, I'm going to stop it and make up some more clear. First I'm going to put this clear in the center. Right in the center. We'll tend to push things aside. Get to the bottom and make kind of like a 3D effect. We'll create a depth. But I I'm only halfway up the sides of that mold, so I will stop the video. Pretty. And make some more clear resin. So I'm going to stop the video. Gotta take my gloves off to do that because I don't want to get my camera full of... Be right back. Alright, I'm back. I made up more resin. And I'm going to add some of these glass pieces, mirror glass. They call it mirror glass. Just along the edge here of that white, just along the edge of that white, before I add that last amount of resin. And that's going to just add some sparkle to this. I should say a little more sparkle. This is going to have sparkle anyway. And I'm going to push them in before... There you go. Just make them flat. A little flatter. Some of them are sticking up. Okay. Just stick them in there before I pour that last amount of resin in. And put the gloves on again. I think this thing's running. And this is the last part of it, unless you want to add more and more stones and things. And you can do that, but I'm just doing a fast one, just a demo. Pretty colors in here. So I'm going to add this resin, the last clear resin that I added sparkles to it. Two minutes I stirred it, and then I'm gonna just add it in there along the top of these stones first. Make sure they get a good amount on them first, and just go out in wider circles until I see that this has reached the top of the mold. Yes. It's almost there. Not quite. Boy, really needed. I should write this down on a paper. This size mold needs 8 ounces of resin. That's what it took to fill it to the brim here. That's going to be really pretty with those sparkles in there. This is a pretty big mold. It could be used like a little platter to put your sugar thing on, some spoons, small little demi-tasse. Well, I wouldn't put a hot pot on it. There is mold, there is resin you can get that's for hot things. This is not it, but it can take probably a tepid temperature on it, and definitely cold stuff. Okay, it's pretty much up to the, wow. So I guess it took, and I'd rather make it up a little bit at a time. I didn't think I was going to need the whole 4 ounces, but I did. Wow. So we're going to just let this cure overnight. I'm going to torch it. There's no alcohol ink in it, so I can torch it. And tomorrow, it'll be ready. I'll let you know. And I'm going to just put a tiny little bit of this diamond stuff on the top, just to make it even a little more glitzy, a little more glittery, and then we'll torch it. Nice. Okay. Pretty. Very sparkly. Yes. Okay, guys. Let's torch it, and then I'll bring it in for a close-up. Oh yeah, it's bursting them bubbles. Beautiful. You don't want to get in one place too long, especially near your mold, because you don't want to burn your mold. You don't want to destroy your mold. Okay, that's enough. I think that's enough. Always give it a little burst here and there if you see more bubbles, but I think that's enough. It's really going to be pretty mold. I think it's going to match the pieces I have upstairs where I wanted a fourth piece. So I'll bring you in for a... See if I can undo this. Sorry about the shaking for a second. And that's the close-up. So we don't know what the other side's going to look like, but tomorrow we'll find out. So far I'm liking this side a lot. It's very pretty. It's got a little bit of a three-dimensional look to it. It's gorgeous. Okay, hope you enjoyed that. That's how you do a geode mold. And just let it get hard now. Bye for now. Okay, off camera I dropped in some silver alcohol ink. And into that I dropped in some blue alcohol ink. And did some crazy stuff. And then I twirled it around with a skewer. The skewer. Twirled it around in there. So now I'm going to leave it alone now and see what happens tomorrow. This was the geode from yesterday. It was the back side that was dull. And I affixed this on there. I glued that on there with epoxy. And when I smoothed the epoxy over the rest of it, I thought, wow, I like this side too. But now it's got this there to hang it, so I'll have to use the other side. And the other side, I'm going to put more stones and crystals, so it's going to be beautiful. Stay tuned.